Today we are discussing our problem number 49, which is from our advanced paper of 2025, and the topics involved are Bohr atom model and de Broglie wave. So this is also another example how they can club concepts in the same problem, different concepts. Statement of a question is a neutron is mentioned which has energy equal to kB. kB is the Boltzmann constant, T is the absolute temperature. So it has being some thermal energy means kinetic energy. It is having a de Broglie wavelength because of its momentum. That de Broglie wavelength is given to be equal to the electron de Broglie wavelength of a certain atomic atom of atomic number Z in its third orbit. So two de Broglie wavelengths are to be equated here, and on doing that you will get a formula for T. This temperature T, you will get a formula. In that formula, what is this number alpha? That is what we have to give a numerical answer question. So let us see how we can proceed. 2 or 3 formulas are involved. One is the radius of the electron. Radius of electron in the nth Bohr orbit. Nth Bohr orbit. So hydrogen-like atom means the radius electron will be revolving certain stable orbits. So for which Rn is given by n square a naught by z. A naught is the Bohr radius, ground state Bohr radius of the hydrogen atom. Z is the atomic number. In this case, we are given n equal to 3, implies the Bohr radius R3 is equal to 9 A naught by Z. So that is R3. Now what we have to understand is in the n equals 3 orbit, that is third orbit, means if electron is simply going round a circle, means it will be radiating energy and it will lose its energy and it will be attracted to the nucleus, so that it cannot be stable. So instead of just moving around in circular, electron's wave nature now becomes dominant. So electron is forming a stationary wave in its own orbit. It is making a stationary waves of this nature. So n equal 3 means 3 wavelengths will be involved, which means 6 loops it will form, because 2 loops combine to form one wavelength. So 6 loops are involved. 3 times that it will be undergoing this stationary waves in the n equal 3 perimeter, that will be making 3 de Broglie waves. So this is 3 times the wavelength, de Broglie wavelength of electron for this n equal 3 orbit. So that, if you want, I will write the statement in the n equals 3 orbit, electron forms a stationary wave. Electron forms a stationary wave covering 3 de Broglie wavelengths. Wavelengths. So which I have shown in the diagram here, 3 de Broglie wavelengths. So we shall let us continue. So we now de Broglie wavelengths, radius r3, 2 pi r3 should be equal to 3 times the de Broglie wavelength. So where r3 you substitute 2 pi into r3, we got a certain expression 9a0 by z, which is equal to 3 lambda d, means 3 lambda d, which implies lambda d is equal to expression 6 pi a0 by z. 6 pi a0 by z. That is the de Broglie wavelength of the electron, which is given to be equal to the de Broglie wavelength of the neutron. So neutron de Broglie wavelength to be now I will take it as equation 1. Mass m moving with kinetic energy, K, has de Broglie wavelength, lambda d given by wavelength given by lambda d is equal to h by 2mk, square root of 2m, mass m, k is the kinetic energy. So this is the de Broglie wavelength. Here for the neutron, the de Broglie wavelength, kinetic energy is given, so that you can substitute here. So de Broglie wavelength of the neutron. De Broglie wavelength of the neutron is so using this formula, the de Broglie wavelength of the neutron is de Broglie wavelength of neutron. Neutron mass is given as mn, so and kinetic energy is also given. So de Broglie wavelength of neutron is lambda d is equal to h by 2 mn kinetic energy kbt, square root of this. That is the de Broglie. The two de Broglie wavelengths are equal. So equating that, you get the required result. Implies the two new that is call it as equation 2. 1 equals 2 implies 6 pi a0 by z equal to h by 2 mn kBt square root. So from that, if you solve for t, this implies t is equal to squaring this etc. You can do. So 2 mn kBt is equal to h square z square. This will be square, that means 36 pi square a naught square. So here itself our required number is now present, because 36 times 2, 72 should be the required answer. So let me write that also here itself. This implies t equal to h square z square by 72 pi square a naught square mn kb. So the given expression we got with alpha replaced by 72, which implies alpha equals 72. That 72 is the required answer, which as required in the question, we write it as 72.00 as the answer. So that answer is only you have to mark in the sheet, OMR sheet. So it's a simple, only two things you have to know, that is general formula for de Broglie wavelength, and also electron is making stationary waves of number of waves equal to the orbit number in so many number of waves. So I think we understood the concept.